does have to pop attempts to blades and will escape, but he's gonna have to back off the bubble. One shot dies, and the turtle secured.
Okay, Royal Milk with the power of wilderness to bring down one shot. Now the revenge from Team Spirit. So fortunately for Flacon Esports, they were able to take down one shot early on. 2-1 start for one shot. Now Benny, this is the Benny that we want to see for the side of Flacon Esports. Be a lane bully up against Hiko's 1-1. And this is your time to shine, because again, early game, you're gonna dominate the laning phase.
This is the thing, still again, the focus on the gold laners, but right now it doesn't need to be that. This is one of the difference in the series where you see the nature of drafting change from game to game. And now even with this, you know, it's the junglers who are really the highlight of the early game, and it has been so far, except for Dax. He's dealt so much pressure. He's dealt with so much pressure from Team Spirit. And even in the mid lane, if they continue to do this to PX7, I mean, this has been happening time and time again where PX7 can't really, you know, be in that front side of the mid lane because of that threat of just being collapsed on, or the layering of skills that Team Spirit can throw and take him down. So if you actually get rid of PX7 and then you either burn the flicker or he's not able to use the heart guard, that's a piece of utility gone out of the plans here for Flacon Esports.
Okay, so right now they're trying to work on Kid X, wanting to force out the Revitalize early on, and they will do so once again. That's why it's a signal for them to not go deep. Don't try to go for the over-aggressive dives, because that was the objective. Just literally pop Revitalize Kid X.
Yeah, get it down if they can. Again, Royal Milk going to go ahead and battle it with Kid Bomba up here, but ultimately wait for that next turtle to come up. Sunset Lover will hold on to the heart guard here. So part of the fight is really how does Sunset Lover use the options of ultimates he has. Well, most of the part, you're probably going to see the heart guard, but also the Glorious Pathway. Now, focusing in this side of the jungle, they might just go ahead, try to limit test. They still have a Revitalize for Royal Milk. Both junglers going to work on the buffs, but Turtle's up now, so they'll go ahead and rotate up to their gold laners. Will stay to their lanes. And right now, some of the first items also being locked in. Royal Milk gets the Thunderbelt. Kid X again, pop the Glorious Pathway.
Huge pokes right away onto Kid X, forcing the Glorious Pathway to be used defensively. This is a huge disadvantage for Flacon Esports. Here comes the Heart Guard. Now they're trying to go for Dax. Okay, Tempest of Blades is there, but the AOG is going to connect. But still, Dax having trouble with the addition of damage. He will do so successfully and bring down one shot with the help of Kid X. But now the engage from Team Spirit is going to work on Kid X here. And Samo might be able to pick up the kill. That's a 1-for-1 trade, but the problem is Team Spirit again. They lost one shot.
They lost one. It looks like Dax, you know, as low as he is, he's going to go ahead and grab the buff. No one was able to commit to the turtle because they forced the fight. Good usage of PX7's heart guard, but we then also saw it from Sunset Lover to go for the fight, but they kind of got, you know, collapsed down on, and that's what the Ling does best. Dax also now getting his Berserker's Fury first item locked in, and we'll see if they actually get ready for that turtle still. Starlium Scythe now for Benny too. He's been farming up well. Hiko only has Corrosive Scythe, so still working on it, but both junglers kind of up to the decision. Like, do we actually want to prioritize these turtles, or is it better just go for the kills here? Top side, looks like Kid Bomba is going to be on the run. So has the split, but he did burn that flicker.
Again, it's a matter of just literally burning resources before engaging in a huge team fight, and both of these teams have been doing well when it comes to that department. Again, Kid Bomba used up already the flicker. Now they're trying to work on Royal Milk. Here comes Dax again. Plus the Eternal Guard, going to connect with the Tempest of Blade, going to bring down one shot. Not a good start for Team Spirit. And now they're trying to work on Kid Bomba though. Hiko, on the other hand, is here in the picture. His stacks are there. He's not going to cast a crossbow attack, as it's more than enough to take down Royal Milk. Again, a 1-for-1 trade, but it's always one shot. Who's suffering from Team Spirit?
That's what happens. Like I said, you get collapsed down. I mean, Kid X slowly but surely working on Sunset Lover. Gonna have to back off. Good push there from Benny. Down inside to get the tier 1. Same thing happens on the other side of the map. Hiko locks that one in. And one of the games now for the first time where we don't see all this turtle priority. This one still up for the taking, but second turtle for the game. Not sure if we'll get, of course, to the third one. Right now, it's just being worked on. It looks like it's gonna be secured. One shot will go ahead and grab that. So amongst it all, Team Spirit still holding on to a little bit of a lead, but Dax is becoming a threat anytime that he actually decides to go in. And also, this is one of the great things about having that Warcry emblem, and then that little bit of a safety net with PX7's Heart Guard, and even a double Revitalize. You can stay into those fights, grab all the blades, and then hopefully have enough damage to pump out, especially when he starts to get those 2-3 item power spikes on the Ling. So right now, this, like I said, a very different, more proactive game for Dax this time around. Instead of being like a Fredrin, where he's just mostly posting up on objectives.
Yeah, and the best part is Benny wasn't even present during those clashes, and he's already ahead when it comes to the lead up against Hiko. So right now, if they go on full dive 5-on-5, especially before the 12-minute mark, Falcon Esports really has a huge advantage. And again, just looking at the sustain, as you mentioned, there are 2 revitalized, not to mention EX7 with the Angela. And right now, they're trying to work on Royal Milk as Kid Bomba zoning out the members of Falcon Esports.
Royal Milk gonna get focused down here.
Oh, gonna connect with the AOG onto 2 and gonna bring down Royal Milk. Now they're gonna work on Kid X. And a double kill coming in from Sunset Lover. The catching Falcon Esports wasn't prepared for the engage that Team Spirit did.
That's really what it comes down to. Like, both teams have this option of let's just jump on in. Whether that's the Tempest Blades from Falcon Esports or the Avatar of the Guardian from Sawo.
Oh no.
If they catch the angle they're looking for, they get an advantage. One shot's gonna take this opportunity to be like, I'm gonna start your purple buff and take this away from you. And that he does. Hiko will go ahead and take theirs. They'll secure it up so that, you know, Dax can't rotate and possibly take it. So now just had to go ahead and push that top turret down. He does the tier 1 on the top, but he is going to be starving for a little bit here until the next take on the buff. And we're also 10 seconds away from that Lord coming up. Hiko now gets his Haas Claws. He has the DHS Corrosive Scythe and Haas Claws. So no boots necessary for him. Here's Kid X.
Again, the Glorious Pathway will be used defensively. Oh, but Hiko wants to bring down Kid X. Not just bait out the Glorious Pathway, setting themselves up perfectly once again for Lord take. Again, looking at the neutral objectives taken down, Team Spirit secured all 2. And the domination of Team Spirit in the early game, you'd expect Falcon Esports to be as aggressive, but Team Spirit was prepared for the over-aggressive plays of Falcon Esports.
You know, Kid X, it's happened a couple times, and sometimes when he gets taken out, then it's a clear sign for the opposing team, in this case, Team Spirit, to grab the objective, and that they do. So Dax will go ahead and try to find what he can across the map, especially the fact that he doesn't have that purple buff. He's got to wait for it. So he at least pushed in some of that bottom side, but now they got to get ready to defend against this push coming out from Team Spirit. And that's the thing, you know, that's exactly why you saw, like, Hiko, he actually hasn't had to really use the crossbow tang much. A lot of the fights that he's going in for, oh, Dax, okay, he's hovered over the hard guard, but you can see how kind of careful he has to be here, even just traversing through the map.
And one more shot and it could be the downfall of Dax here. And they're really struggling to keep up with the pace that Team Spirit is giving. Again, okay, Kid Bomba goes in, AOJ connecting onto 3 and wiped out 3 members of Falcon Esports!
Every single time when they give the go on the Avatar of the Guardian from Sawo and they get the call, they make a play with it, and now Team Spirit staring to the base of Falcon Esports.
And now Sunset Lover uses the hard guard on Hiko. They might go for the end here. Dax just trying to cut off the minion wave. They're working on Royal Mech. Even with the Revitalizer, they're able to take him down. 1 second before PX7 and Kid X respawn. Here goes Falcon Esports. They want to go for the counter-attack. No, but they bring down Dax!
Oh man, Dax. But they do stay in the game. They still have a wave pushing in. I'm not sure if Team Spirit actually wants to end it. Massive lead there, outgunning Falcon Esports.
Glorious Pathway to cut off the route of the minions, but Sunset Lover sorting out Ben. Here comes Zaman Force, and they will be able to bring down Kid X. They're working on the Crystal, and the Dragons of the North defend their Empire Spirit!
And the Dragons will clip the wings of the Falcons. And Team Spirit becomes a part of the greater 4. They're heading on forward to Axiata. What a series for them. You've been watching Team Spirit just here alone. The improvement they've made is apparent, and you cannot deny it.
This is the Bomba mentality fully displayed by 5 members of Team Spirit as they secure a top 4 in the M6.
And hats off as well to Falcon Esports. They've been great up to this point, of course, and they really fought with everything they had in the series. But again, just a difficult game 4 for them to adjust from. Again, I'm Naisu, this is Ingon, and we're going over to the panel to break down the game.
The Dragons of the North have completed their 11-minute flight to Axiata Arena. As they can say, they have secured top 4. They are moving forward. Congratulations to EECA and Team Spirit. They countered the aggro lineup with aggro of their own.
Very impressive with what they did. I definitely thought the draft was interesting coming in from Falcons, but they played a strong game, and that final play coming in from Kid Bomba, finally setting it up for the rest of the team so that Sao can push buttons effectively. Well done. Well done all across the board.
Yeah, even when we thought, what would Sunset Lover ideally pick up in this particular lineup? Oh, it was constantly the hard guard, and it was surprising to see Hiko perform so well to the point that I barely saw him use the crossbow attack. If he ever did use it, I probably just missed it because I can't recall a single moment where he needed to.
Yeah, Falcon Esports came out of this with their best aggressive foot forward, but Team Spirit at the center of the map, the beating heart of it all. They've been playing since the M1 World Championship at the peak of the EVOS World lineup. Sao and Sunset Lover delivered yet again, and now they will be returning to Axiata Arena to continue their run. But of course, before we see them continue their run, we have to see and send off Falcon Esports for their final bow. What a tremendous run it has been.
These high-flying